In this week's BlizzPro Weekly, WoW developers answer lots of questions, Diablo III finally has a ladder system, WCS 2015 brings some major changes, Hearthstone is up for some awards, and why is it that Blizzard cannot seem to organize esports properly? Hey guys, welcome to the newest BlizzPro Weekly. I know you missed us last week. JR was off at Dragon Con, and Paul became a dad last weekend. So that, kind of a big deal and pretty awesome. Congrats to him. I, as always, am your host, Chris the Beard Arnone. Let's get straight into it, alright? Now, we are going to BlizzCon. We're going to be covering that bad boy up one side and down the other. All kinds of video coverage, interviews, all the good stuff you're used to with us for BlizzCon. However, the Anaheim Convention Center is only so big, so that's why, once again, Blizzard is selling the BlizzCon virtual ticket again this year. And for $40, you'll get the best seats in the house without having to wear pants by just, watching it in your living room or bedroom or wherever you have a computer. So this year, it's also been announced that the Nerdist's Chris Hardwick will be the Master of Ceremonies instead of Jay Moore, which personally I think is a much better fit. Hardwick, he's a genuine nerd. He knows this stuff backwards and forwards. Hosting the show, he will also be past regular Jeff Keighley and actress and WoW player Michelle Morrow instead of Kat Metzen. Now, if you purchase the virtual ticket, you will have access to all the panels, the BlizzCon store, and also the digital goodies that have not yet been announced. Basically, the only thing you're going to miss out on is the goodie bag that we get by going there, the expensive places to eat and sleep, and the BlizzCon flu. And, you won't get to see my pretty face in person. If you are going, by the way, just, say hello. It's always cool to meet people. Anyway, make sure you also keep an eye on BlizzPro during BlizzCon. And we're going to have lots of, like I said, video coverage, written coverage. We're planning all kinds of things, even more than we did last year. Now, let's talk some World of Warcraft.
Here's the beef.
So JR went to Dragon Con last week and had a chance to sit down with WoW developer Jonathan LeCraft. Now, LeCraft is one of the main developers responsible for crafting items, pets. Of course, that's why JR went and sought him out, is, pets. Oh my god. And he also trinkets in the game. Now, one of the big things he revealed is that the Draenor ore will not be prospectable, and that gems will be obtained via dailies through garrisons. It was also revealed that all professions will now have an easy catch-up for leveling with Draenor materials. This is basically the same thing we saw with herbalism and cooking, where certain recipes will help you gain levels faster. Now, on Friday, Blizzard held a live Q&A with developers David Kosak and Corey Stockton, with community manager Josh Allen asking the questions. Now, the vast majority of the talk focused around garrisons and followers, and even garrison invasions. Now, if you want to learn more about what was said in the Q&A, definitely check our Warcraft site on BlizzPro.com or look at the show notes for the full summary. All right, let's talk a little Diablo.
Stay a while and listen.
So patch 2.1 is finally here on PC specifically, and as of the Friday before Labor Day, we now also have our first season, and a few days later, our first hotfixes. Now, the season is now in the game. What do you think of it? Are you enjoying it? JR has said that his friends list has just been filled with people playing Diablo III lately. It seems that the game has gotten to be quite popular again. Are you experiencing the same thing on your end? Please let us know. Drop us a comment down below. And, still wondering, when are we getting 2.1 for consoles? Because, boy, I've been playing it on PS4, and I really want those greater Nephilim riffs. I don't know about you. All right. Believe it or not, we're going to talk a little Starcraft.
You want a piece of me, boy?
So we haven't really talked that much about WCS this year like we did last year. That's mostly because of how boring this season has really been. Blizzard didn't implement region locking, and a good chunk of American and European players had just flat out quit since both regions are just being dominated by South Koreans. As of right now, only one European player, Snoot, is even in the mix to qualify for BlizzCon. Now, Blizzard announced this week that WCS in 2015 will have some major changes. Not all of them have been revealed quite yet. The first change is that all rankings will be completely reset in all regions. And the biggest change that they announced is that you must be a resident of that region in order to play in that region. No longer will South Koreans play in Europe or America unless they have an appropriate work visa. Now, WCS 2015 could see a slew of foreign players participating in it, instead of it being sort of, South Korea versus South Korea West versus South Korea East, like kind of the way it's been right now. What do you guys think about this change? Do you think it will save the foreign Starcraft II scene, or has it just gotten too fucked up at this point to even fix it? Let us know down in the comments. Let's talk some Hearthstone.
Pull up a chair by the hearth.
The Golden Joystick Awards, presented by Green Man Gaming, have started with their voting, and Blizzard is up for 5 different awards. 4 of those are for Hearthstone. The categories include Best Visual Design, Best Online Game, Best Mobile Game, and Game of the Year just for Hearthstone. And then finally, Blizzard itself is up for Studio of the Year. Now, you can vote at computerandvideogames.com up until October 20th, and by voting, you'll have a chance to win an iPad Air, so that's pretty cool, right? All right, well, September has begun, and not only does this month include, Talk Like a Pirate Day, but Blizzard is celebrating it in style by having their September ranked card back be piratical in nature. It's kind of a word, don't worry. Now, the 6th official Hearthstone ranked play season is live. Now, the center of this new card back looks like the wheel of a pirate ship and has a Bloodsail Buccaneer flag behind it. Now, this is definitely one of the best, if not the best, card backs offered to date. So make sure you get in there, play hard, and get up to rank 20 before the end of September to claim this card back for your own. Alright, now it's time for a lengthy, you've missed it, BlizzPro bitch session. So since Season 1 in Hearthstone, Blizzard has been talking up their big Hearthstone tournament at the end of the year. All it took was to be a top 16 player of the month to qualify for the qualifiers. Yeah, along with some special tournaments here and there. Now, one thing Blizzard lacked, though, was a clear schedule and organization to run these qualifiers smoothly. Now, announced just last week, DreamHack will be hosting the European Championship for players there to qualify for BlizzCon. But check it, they announced it just 1 week before the tournament, which is leading to a lot of players finding out they just can't make it due to not having enough notice and not being able to, work it into their schedules. Now, unfortunately, this is something that has plagued Blizzard for quite some time, and their organized play has been rather, unorganized. WCS has been running now for 3 years, and they're still just starting to figure things out a wee bit. Now, the Hearthstone team is still feeling pretty damn lost. Now, some of this might have to do with Blizzard not expecting Hearthstone to blow up and turn into an esport like it has and become so popular so fast, as is evidenced by there still not being a spectator mode in the game. Also, if you look at the job postings, there is an opening right now for an organized play manager for Hearthstone. With all that said, there's really no excuse for a company the size of Blizzard to be unorganized on this scale. For example, with the Fireside Gathering tournaments, which would pre-qualify you for your qualifiers, they were announced the same week they were held, giving players and organizers very little time to react. JR even missed the first week of organizing just because it was impossible to find an appropriate venue in Kansas City on such short notice. Now, earlier in the year, we touched on the fact that Blizzard needs to implement features to help organizers have successful tournaments and let the local scenes flourish. We talked about things like locking in your deck lists, tournament brackets without a third party, and other ways to help prevent cheating in the game. Right now, though, there has not been a single word whispered from Blizzard on this topic to try and implement some features like this. Organizing play is not a difficult task for a company of this size. Mimicking what other companies do might be all you need. Magic the Gathering has been running successful Pro Tours, Grand Prix, and local Friday night Magic tournaments for almost 20 years now. Their model is so successful that Blizzard even tried copying it the first year of WCS for Starcraft II. It actually worked pretty well, and since it's a card game, it could work even better for Hearthstone. Fact of the matter is, though, Blizzard needs to create a platform up front and give players specific details and dates ahead of time. They need to be organized, and that is something they're struggling with right now. Hearthstone has the potential to be huge, and it feels like it's being squandered on something as simple as being better organized and communicating better with the players. Give the players and organizers the tools and communication they need to give them the time needed to work around schedules. If Blizzard can just accomplish that much, it would make a huge difference compared to what there is now. Now, personally, I want to take a moment to speak very briefly about Gamergate. Now, first thing I want to be very clear, we at BlizzPro are not game journalists. This is a fan site, which means we're all here, we're all doing this, mostly volunteers, because we're all fans of Blizzard. But also, we do not get compensated by Blizzard. They do not pay us to do this coverage. But at the same time, we are a bit of an extension of sort of their PR in that machine. But as you can see in our bitch session, we're full and willing to, berate them and tell them when they're doing something wrong. Now, I cannot speak any longer to any of the game journalists out there and about their relationships that they may have. But I can just tell you what ours is that we have a good relationship with Blizzard. We have friends there. We even have a couple of former BlizzPro people that are now working there. But, like I said, they don't pay us for this coverage. They don't do that. The vast majority of the freebies they give us, we end up giving out to the community itself. That's where we stand. That's what we do. We're here because we love Blizzard games, and we love, talking to them and talking to you all and just being a part of that community. End of story. We never claim that we're journalists. So that does it for this week's bitch session and this video. Subscribe right here on YouTube or iTunes or vice versa, both. That's all good. You want to check out BlizzPro.tv, listen and subscribe to The Edge, the West March Workshop, and the Hearthstone Power Hour. I'm all over the internet. Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr. I'm a Goodreads author. My book is available on Amazon. I've also fired up a new BookTube channel on YouTube. It's The Bearded BookTube. You can look for it, and I'm talking about books and all things cool and nerdy there. If you have any questions, shoot us an email at askthebeard@blizzpro.com. And of course, you want to check out blizzpro.com, all the news, reviews, interviews, everything you need to know about Blizzard Entertainment games. Stay beardy, my friends.